Welcome to Bedtime Yoga for Fertility. This practice is designed to help with conception, improving fertility through gentle movement, preparing for sleep, and creating a receptive vibe within the body as we increase blood flow. For this practice, you'll need a block and you'll need to be close to a wall. We're going to begin today in supported bridge. If you would, please come to lie down on the back with the knees bent, pointing up towards the sky. The feet ground down in line with the hips. Have your block nearby, and on an inhale, press into the feet to lift the hips and slide your block underneath the sacrum. And know that there are 3 heights for these blocks, so you want to choose the one that makes the most sense for you. Once you get set up, take a moment to notice how you feel. If you feel any discomfort, you may need to adjust the placement or height of the block. And let's come into some deep belly breaths here as we prepare to ground into our bodies tonight. You're welcome to close your eyes if that feels okay. Let your body be fully supported by the block beneath you. Take a deep inhale through the nose as you draw the air deep into the belly, and then exhale through the nose. Continue with these deep, slow breaths, in through the nose, out through the nose. And if you would, think for a moment about channeling your divine feminine energy, that energy of receiving. How can I allow myself to receive, to be at total ease, positioning myself to receive? Continue with these deep belly breaths as you come into your body. And now we lift the hips and remove the block. Then lower the hips back down to the mat, setting the block off to the side. Slowly start to roll over onto your side and press your way up as we come on to hands and knees. And we're setting up for a variation of cat-cow today. So the hips are right over the knees, and then we lower down onto the forearms, which helps us to send the awareness to the pelvis, the place where all of our reproductive hormones and organs are housed. On an inhale, begin to slowly arch the back, lift the tail, lift the gaze, and as you exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin in towards the chest and curl in. Let's keep moving with these. As you inhale, glide into your arch and drop the belly. And as you exhale, round the back and shoulders. Keep moving at your own pace with your own breath. Inhaling to open the front of the spine and exhaling to stretch through the back body. And let's pause in a neutral spine and then begin to walk the hands out, extending the arms straight out in front of you. Drop the chest down towards the earth. Find a little space and imagine, if you could, that energy of receiving washing over you in this space. As slowly as you can, begin to walk the hands in and come to sit back on the heels. You can always sit on a block if that is more comfortable. You could use a blanket to pad the knees or the ankles if that's best for you. On an inhale, circle the arms up Interlace the fingers and press the palms up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, fold over towards the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, fold over to the left. Inhale back to center and release the arms down to the sides. Slowly bring the left hand towards the right knee, right thigh, as you gently twist to look out over the right shoulder. The right hand might come behind you for support. Inhale here to find some length in the spine, and exhale to twist a little bit deeper. Let your inhale bring you back to center. And as you exhale, the right hand comes to the left knee, left thigh, and you gently twist to look out over the left shoulder. The left hand can come behind you for support if that's best. Inhale, create some space, lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, go a little further into your twist. And ride your next inhale back through the center. And from this space, you're going to extend the right leg out long in front of you as you come onto the sit bones. And then tuck the left foot back towards the left hip. On an inhale, lift the arms up overhead. And as you exhale, fold forward over the right leg, keeping the length in the spine. On your next inhale, begin to cartwheel the left hand back behind you and lift the hips as you press the left hand into the ground. Extend the right arm up and over. And then on the exhale, drop the sit bones to the earth and come back into your fold. And continue with this pattern of opening to receive on an inhale and folding to turn in and relax on the exhale. Every time that you inhale, you plant that left hand back behind you, press the hips up to the sky, extend the right arm up and over. And every time that you exhale, you lower onto the sit bones and fold over the extended leg. And the next time that you come into your fold, pause here for a breath or two. And we reverse the legs. So you'll extend the left leg out long in front of you as you come onto the sit bones and tuck the right foot back towards the right hip. On an inhale, lift the arms up over the head. And as you exhale, keep the length in the spine and hinge at the hips, folding forward over the left leg. On your next inhale, begin to cartwheel the right hand back behind you and lift the hips as you press the right hand into the earth and extend the left arm up and over. And then as you exhale, drop down onto the sit bones and come back into the fold. Continue with this pattern. The inhales help us to open and receive, tapping in to our divine feminine energy within. And our exhales bring us into our forward folds, which are relaxing by nature. Opportunity to really turn into yourself, shutting out anything that causes tension, any distractions. And on your next fold, let's hold here for a few breaths. Turn in and find some relaxation. And then on the next inhale, let's rise, and we'll extend both legs out in front. So move anything out of the way that you need to so that the sit bones can connect to the earth and you can feel fully grounded. Take an inhale and find some length, and then on an exhale, fold forward over both legs. And if you find that you have some compression between the thighs and the belly, you can move the belly out of the way. Sometimes it's helpful to kind of scoop the belly up from the very low belly And other times it's more helpful to come into the upper belly and push the belly down. And once you get set up, you can pulse with the breath a bit here if you need to. Inhaling to lift the heart and extend through the crown of the head, and then exhale to come deeper into the fold. And once you feel that you've reached your sweet spot, just hold right there. One of the key ways that yoga helps with fertility is through reducing stress levels. Stress takes its toll on us physiologically, and when the body runs out of steam and there's just not enough energy to cover all that we intend to do, those body functions that aren't completely necessary get cut first. They get shut down, and reproduction is one of them. So for this reason, forward folds are very helpful for fertility yoga, especially at bedtime. Forward folds always help us to relax, to de-energize, and this helps us to conserve energy for the things we need it for, such as the reproduction process. Stay here for another couple of breaths in the spirit of receiving, tapping into the divine feminine energy, the nurturing mother within. And on the next inhale, slowly rise. Begin to bend the knees and bring the soles of the feet together as you pull the feet in towards the body. We come into Baddha Konasana, bound ankle pose. Knees are opening out to the sides, which helps us to open the hips, creating space in the pelvis. Take a big inhale and lengthen the spine. And as you're ready, begin to exhale and fold forward over the bent legs. Maybe you decide to rest the head on a block if that feels like the right thing for you today. And what we find with fertility yoga is that merging Eastern and Western ways together is the fastest way to conceive. We would never suggest that yoga takes the place of seeing your doctor, but yoga can absolutely help with hormone regulation, blood flow issues, stress levels. And so we find that combining ancient Eastern wisdom with modern healthcare practices can really be helpful in conscious conception. One more breath here, and slowly we rise. And let's drop back on the back for a moment and hug the knees into the chest. Bring the arms between the legs and then grab onto the outer edges of the feet, the ankles, or the thighs. Open the feet out to the sides for happy baby pose, with the ankles stacking over the knees. You can gently rock back and forth here if that feels good. Opening the hips is an important part of fertility yoga. And happy baby is also a very useful posture for relaxation. One more breath here. And let's hug the knees into the chest. Now cactus the arms to the sides and drop the legs over to the right as you turn the gaze out over the left shoulder. Exhale to deeply relax and release into the earth. Pause here for a moment to feel the openness across the pelvis. And on an inhale, you come back through center. And then as you exhale, take the knees over to the left as you turn the gaze out over the right shoulder. Let the body be as heavy as it can be as you sense an openness and fluidity through the pelvis. Inhale can bring you back through center. Hug the knees into the chest. And slowly you can rock your way up to a seated position, or maybe roll onto the side and press your way up. As we set up for legs up the wall pose, Viparita Karani. So make your yoga mat as close to the wall as it can possibly come. And there's no graceful way to get into legs up the wall. I usually decide to scoochie one hip up to the wall. Today it's the right hip. And then turn so that the sit bones are facing the wall, very close to the wall. As you come to lie back on the back and bring the legs up the wall. Allow the breath to be deep and meditative as you settle in and we prepare for a brief meditation for fertility. Keep inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. And if it feels okay for you, you can begin to rest the hands onto the belly. Imagine if you could that you could cradle your belly with your hands in a loving and kind way. Imagine your healthy baby inside. Feel into your healthy baby inside of you. Visualize your baby smiling at you. Your happy, healthy baby. Maybe you softly whisper to the baby, I love you. And imagine your breath moving all around your baby. See your breath as a pure white light that is flowing around your baby, keeping your baby protected and safe, and nourishing your baby with its healing and loving energy. Continue to breathe deeply and slowly. Let thoughts and feelings come and go as they will, while you continue to focus on breathing. And if you find that the mind is wandering towards thoughts that create anxiety or unpleasant emotions, please know that this is normal and just bring your awareness back to the breath. Visualize the pure white light that is your breath swirling all around your baby, protecting your baby, nourishing your baby. Your breath is a pure white energy that is bringing healing and nourishment to your child. Receive this breath. Receive the pure white light. And as you continue to breathe deeply, you may become more and more relaxed. And once you find yourself in a deep sense of inner peace and connectedness with your future baby, meditate on that. Stay here as long as you'd like. I'm sending you much warmth and love in your journey towards motherhood. Wishing you all the best with your conscious conception. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste.